What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another life-changing moment on Lockdown 23-1. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, it might not be too life-changing for us, but it's definitely life-changing for the people in the courtroom today. For anybody that's new to the channel, we talk about all things prison and crime related from the streets to the courtroom to prison. Anything in between, we talk about it. If that's the kind of content that you're into, please do not forget to hit that like, subscribe, notification bell before you leave. Check out all the playlists. I got a wealth of content for y'all to go dive into. In September 2007, Daniel Petric had snuck out his bedroom window to purchase a game called Halo. When he returned home, his parents caught him with the game and took it from him. His father, Mark, a minister at New Life Assembly of God in Wellington, put the game in a lockbox in a closet where he also kept a 9mm handgun, according to prosecutors. About a month later, on October 20th, 2007, Daniel used his father's key to open the lockbox and remove the gun and the game. The boy shot his parents, killing his mother and gravely wounding his father. As his father lay wounded with a gunshot to the head, Daniel tried to place the gun in his father's hands. Daniel fled after his sister and her husband arrived at the house, taking the Halo 3 game with them. Well, there you have it, a little intel on the situation, and today you're going to be watching a very powerful clip. This is sentencing day for Daniel Petric. He obviously killed his mother and shot his father in the head. But luckily, the Reverend, his father, he survived, and he's going to be taking the stand today to try to talk the judge into not giving his son a harsh prison sentence. This right here, ladies and gentlemen, is what I call no bounds to a father's love.
The video games and the reality of shooting somebody, in his case, was blinded. It was merged. He had left playing video games. He then went home and didn't realize, had no thought during this process, during the time he was blinded, that his parents might be dead. They might never come back. John Otero and myself, where he has cried, tears running down his face, saying, "I'll never be able to forgive myself," shaking his head. He's a young man. He's not a professional speaker.
Just, bear with me. It's our day.
Keep in mind, this is a reverend. This man's speech is truly moving.
What's written in this letter is not only my views, but the views of my entire family. I'm writing this letter on behalf of my son, Daniel Petric. Danny has had to face and is now facing the very serious consequences of what...
Let's stop it right there. I'm watching his son's body movements, and believe it or not, in certain cases, there's a lot of people that watch the defendant's body movements and stuff like that to see if there's any remorse or anything along those lines. And I can tell you this, his father's speech is already messing with his heartstrings. As soon as he opened up and said, "I'm writing on the behalf of Daniel Petric, my son," I want y'all to look at this guy and tell me if you feel as though he's remorseful. If what he did, he truly regrets. I know it's probably hard to tell just from this clip, but any professionals out there that study body language, maybe you can comment below. But if I were to take a guess, his son's definitely remorseful. I don't know. Let's finish up the speech.
What's written in this letter is not only my views, but the views of my entire family. I'm writing this letter on behalf of my son, Daniel Petric. Danny has had to face and is now facing the very serious consequences of what he did on October 20th, 2007. I know, without any doubt, he has severe regret, remorse, and guilt over what he did to his mom and I that evening. I can't count the number of times he has told me that he is so sorry for what he did and he'll never be able to forgive himself. I can also count the number of times he has told me that he is so happy that I survived and so glad to still be able to see me. He's told me that numerous times.
See how he looked his dad dead in the eyes? Almost like, yeah, man, I really am very happy that you're still here. Some people that aren't remorseful, they don't look the people in the eyes. They just sit there and listen. And I don't know. Maybe the eye contact means nothing. That's just my guess. I think he is remorseful, but at the same time, you need to get smoked. You killed your mom, homeboy.
I love you, Danny. I can't count the number of times that he said, "Dad, I miss Mom." I miss Mom. His pain runs very deep, and it should. I believe it should run deep. And if his pain did not run deep, I guarantee you I would not be standing here speaking on his behalf. I call him like I see him. And I would not stand here and talk on his behalf if his pain didn't run deep. I know it does, contrary to others' opinions.
That's a powerful piece right there. The judge, I can almost guarantee, will take a little bit of that into consideration when sentencing him. And you know, some people are good judges of character like that. Maybe he is. He's a reverend. I'm sure he's seen all kinds of variety of people. Or maybe he's not, you know, and his kid's playing him like a fiddle so he could get a great testimony in the courtroom. Things like that we probably will never know, but we have to ask anyway, don't we?
So I'm asking the court on Danny's behalf for a lenient sentence. Because Danny does have remorse and regret. And I believe God is a God of forgiveness and a God of second chances. Although God does not remove consequences, he doesn't. But he does give second chances, and I'm asking that Danny, in his lifetime, would have a second chance to be successful and do something positive and constructive. And I believe that even through this horrible circumstance, that Danny can set an example for other young people not to get involved and do the things that he did. And I believe he can do that. I believe that may be a calling upon his life to do that. Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Petric. Daniel, this is your opportunity to speak if you wish. You're not required to, but certainly your opportunity. You can either sit or stand, whatever you wish. All right, that's fine.
What do y'all think about that? He didn't say nothing. That threw a little hook in the game for me. He should have said something to at least his dad. Thank you, Dad, for taking a stand and fighting for my life when I don't even fucking deserve it. Little punk couldn't even say one word. Couldn't even say I love you, I'm sorry. Nothing. Or maybe I'm wrong, you know. Maybe to a lot of people out there watching this, his silence is another huge sign of remorse. I don't know. In my eyes, it ain't.
Your Honor, I'm not here to belittle the family and friends' feelings. And I am not here to suggest that the family doesn't love Danny very much and has chosen to forgive him. I can't speak for whether God will take mercy upon him, but that's not what we're here to decide. There is a separation between the laws of man and the laws of God. I am here to speak for the citizens of Lorain County, and I believe it's incumbent upon me to speak for the memory of Susan Petric. Daniel snuck out to buy Halo 3 on the day it was released. He didn't get to play it. He hadn't been given an opportunity to become addicted to it when it was taken away. This is not the case of a drug fiend stash being taken away. Daniel chose, in the words of his father, he referred to him in his interview as a pathological liar. Daniel has serious problems telling the truth. Daniel knows how to manipulate. His brain really works. Those are the words of his father when he was interviewed, Your Honor. And that's what's happened here. If you look at exactly what occurred, they take away the video game before he's had a chance to play it. That he admitted that his mother was likely to allow him to play the games. His father would be the problem. What does that make, Susan Petric? Collateral damage? Because he chose to shoot both of them. That to escape what he was going to do, he decided to kill both of them and to make it look like a murder-suicide. That he had to steal the key to the gun cabinet to accomplish this. That the game was in there, and yes, he took it afterwards, but he also had to load the gun. That he was able to pretend that things were going well, walk out of a room and say, "I've got a surprise for you. Please close your eyes." And then he opened fire. But he opened fire in a very methodical manner. The father first, the biggest target, also to make it look like a suicide, and then the mother. 3 shots from across the room. His hand was steady. This is not a shaking addict having trouble with his thought process. The father didn't die immediately. He tries to place the gun in his hand. Grab the gun, Dad, grab the gun. As he told Dr. Newhouse, what went wrong? Well, first my dad didn't die, and then my sister and brother-in-law, I knew they were coming over at 9 p.m., came over early, and it just all blew up in my face. And I believe trying to frame his father by putting a gun in his hand, stage the scene, and clean up deserves an additional 5 years, for a total of life without parole plus 21 years. That's what the state says is appropriate in this case, Your Honor.
That's what I'm talking about, and you see how he played the game a little dirty, too. His father just laced up the courtroom with an amazing testimony to help his son, but the prosecutor brings a testimony from his father as well during the investigation that his son's a damn pathological liar. He's manipulative. He's sneaky, tricky little punk.
A constant attention to these types of games creates a new hardware.
This judge don't know what to do with this. They didn't even have Atari back in his kid days.
And the type of behavior that produces is difficult to measure in terms of when it might extinguish. There's nothing in Daniel's background that would indicate sociality. He didn't run away from home. He didn't torture small animals. Didn't fight with his parents. He wasn't a bully. He wasn't a predator at all. But sometime thereafter, it was difficult to see remorse.
Could he have had a demon inside of him? Do y'all believe in demons?
And I don't really assign that to some aspect of Daniel's character, but rather the condition that was probably created by this obsession and addiction. When Attorney Otero and Kersey and I believe Attorney Silla were young bucks practicing law, the juvenile court would have had it within its discretion to keep this matter in juvenile court. I hope I'm talking now for the future. And not for radio talk show, which appears to have become little more than an affirmative action program for talentless, overweight, intellectually challenged white boys.
What the hell did he just say? Man, I'm gonna let y'all run it back. Lace up the comment section with what exactly he said, because I do not know. If I were to guess, I think he just called gamers like fat.
It will be the judgment of law and sentence to the court. Count 1, aggravated murder. 20 years at the Lorraine Correctional Institute. Counts
20
2
clip.
and 3 are allied offenses of count 1 and are murder. Count 4, 10 years at the Lorraine Correctional Institute. Counts 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 appear to be allied offenses to count 4, and they are merged. Count 11, 5 years at the Lorraine Correctional Institute. Those sentences will run concurrently.
I didn't hear the judge say anything about life, but every article I've read on this situation, the kid got life with the possibility of parole after 23 years. So he very well could get out of prison here shortly. But I just thought this was a very interesting video for the simple fact that his father, even after doing all the stuff that he did, he still took the stand and supported his son. You killed the love of my life, my best friend, your mother, the one that birthed you. I don't know if I can honestly take that damn stand and do what that father did. And I'm a religious man. But that's something you really don't know what you'd do until you got put in that situation, right? But let me know exactly how you felt about this video in the comment section below. And like I said, please do not forget to hit the like, subscribe, notification bell before you leave if you enjoyed this content. Go check out all the links in the description of the video. Add me up on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. And as always, I salute to every last one of you been supporting me since the beginning. And everybody who's just now joining the lockdown compound. Y'all be easy, be safe, and stay free.